Oh, this ought to be fun. Apple updated my iPhone and I don't recognize anything. So I don't know what's happening here, whether you're getting voice or not. I'll check it out in a minute. Okay, Zoom works. Anyway, the BSA chopper's up on the lift. I've got the parts to put the a pretty day. Anyway, let's go back and do some actual work. I've got the kits, they're here. So I'm gonna put these carburetors together. I have the new petcocks, they are here. Now, which one of these is opened, I think? No, I guess I didn't open them yet. Oh yeah, okay. So this is what they look like. Very nice. And they're different than these in that the outlet is straight down instead of to the left or out the side. I like that better for this application. I'll be able to go just straight down to the carburetors instead of curving the gas line. So the client's coming over this afternoon, and we're going to take these out together. I'm going to try heating them as much as I can without damaging the paint. I'm going to put some, maybe even hit it with some Freon. I have spray Freon, I think it is. It sprays something cold, and nitrogen. And we're going to try to break these free. I'm going to go ahead and break this plastic off when he's here so we can get a wrench on here directly and see if they'll come loose. He says there's nothing in there holding them in place, and we'll see what happens. Let us pray. So anyway, I'm going to put these carburetors together and just have them sitting. Actually, I might put them on the bike and wait for the client to get here to take the old petcocks out. In the meantime, back at the ranch, cup of the day is from the TV show Are You Being Served? And it's by the store in the TV series. It was British, was Grace Brothers Limited. And it was a situation comedy placed in a department store in England. And it was funny, a lot of funny characters. I watched it for years, and then when PBS had a make a contribution and we'll send you a coffee cup, I did and they did, and I still have this coffee cup. So isn't that cool? Anyway, so that's cup of the day and a Jim and Dean sandwich, which I am going to enjoy. All right, talk at you later. Bye. All right, so let's check this, the new video capabilities of the phone. Here we go. Try to stay out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. I have put the little O-rings onto the pilot adjuster and the idle adjuster. They're just sitting on there now. And what I do to get them over the hump here is use a pointer. I'll show you. Let's see if this works.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hang on. So I had to go out to photo and then come back into video. I don't understand. Theoretically, I'm videoing now, and I'm going to run what we did. We took a break and we got those petcocks out of the tank. I'm going to post that as a separate video. So now I'm back to putting these carbs together and hanging them. So I'm going to go ahead and put them together. I think I was just getting ready to show you how I put the little black rubbers around the pilot jet adjuster and the idle speed adjuster. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I have a sharp pointer here. And I just take these. Let's see. Let's see, are my hands in the picture? My hands are in the picture. And I put it underneath of here, which is no easy feat to get it underneath the rubber without puncturing it. then up and over, like so, and hold it in place as I go around, and it pops on. Okay, that's the way I do it. And let's see, it's not too hard. So let's do another one. Get this down all the way. Put the sharp needle underneath of it. Up and over into the groove. You're in the groove. And hold it in place as you go around. Like so. And pop it on. I don't know if I'll edit these out. You know, 4 of the same thing can get boring. All right. Okay, good. All right. Now, they gave me 2 new needle clips, and I put the needles into the slides the other day with 2 needle clips out of my in-house box. I'm just going to go ahead and replace these because I have new ones, you know. So I'm going to take the ones out that I put in and put these in. Not any reason other than just because. I got them. I'm going to use them. I think I had a sticky fingerprint there. Okay. Pull that out, put it to the side, lift the needle out. Just leave that hanging there. And the needle, the old one goes over here. The new one goes on here. Middle slot, like so. And then I hold it and spin it to make sure that the slot is clean and I got a good solid clip on there. Okay, I use it to sort of clean the groove by doing this. Okay. Now once again, I admonish you, don't let the spring snap down in there. Lower it gently so it doesn't punch the needle out, and then make sure that the needle is loose. Okay, let's go do the other one. Okay. Good. Son of a sea cook. All right. I got it. I tell you, more than once I wished I had a prehensile tongue. Okay, so nice and clean, nice and clipped. Okay, gently release the spring. Make sure this is loose. Okay, good, that's done. Let's go back to putting these kits in the carbs. They give you extra in case you tear them. I think it's real easy to tear these little washers. So they gave you 3 instead of 2. It's kind of nice. All right. Well, these are relatively new premieres, so normally you wouldn't have to worry about anything. But right now, just for grins, I'm going to show you something that I do when I work on carbs. I'll take this bowl and a nice flat file and just do this gently, mostly to check the flatness, because what happens is these get over tightened and slightly warp the bowl. Now you can see pretty much I've got a flat surface all the way around there. I'm just laying this here. I'm not pressing down at all. And I have no problem with that at all. Can you see that you've got nice shiny surface all the way around? If it's shiny here and shiny here, then they're warped. So that's nice. Let's quickly check the other one. While we're doing this, and then put this thing together. Put these things together. And if you find that the screws hanging up like this, see that? You know, that's a pain in the butt. So don't hesitate to, if you want, run a drill through it. But basically, you're just going through here and cleaning up the edge of the hole like this on the top, because it's just the edge and the bottom, and that's just because the screws tend to smush it a little bit. Do that. This is very soft material, and you can go around, take off a little bit of smushed. And see, now they slide right through. Makes putting it back together easier. Let's check this for flatness. And once again, I have no problem with that. Look at you can see the shiny bits all the way around, and it's not just shiny here and here. So you got a good flat surface there. Now, if you do find these are high, you can do a little filing if you want, but the real thing that you do is you find a flat surface, which is this. This is a piece of steel that I salvaged from a machinist, and when I clean it off, it's a flat surface, and you put your wet or dry sandpaper down here and do this on the flat surface to get this flat again, okay? These are just fine as they are. All right, so let's go back over here. A lot of people use a thick piece of glass as their flat surface. That's easier to find than a slab of steel like this. All right, so this is in tight. I remember doing that. These are tight. So let's hang the bowls. Double check the float height while we're here. Still fine. New gasket. I don't use gasket material on these. I think that these gaskets are very much like boat caulking. You caulk the bottom of a wooden boat, and then you hammer the caulking tape in between the planks. And the water causes the caulking tape to expand and seal. So in my humble opinion, I think the same thing goes on here. These need to get gas soaked in order for them to completely seal. So anyway, for what it's worth. Now, if you've noticed, I make no attempt at all to keep all the parts from each carb separate so that all the parts that come out of a carb go back into a carb. I just don't bother. These things are either interchangeable or they're not. And if they're not, there's a problem, and you need to solve that problem. Okay. Nice new washer. Nice new top hat. Remember, we flattened this surface last week with the same way when I took it apart. Top and bottom flat. So you have nice flat surfaces. If you're ever putting this thing in with the carb on the bike, please keep in mind this bolt loves to cross thread. Absolutely loves to cross thread. Given the opportunity to cross thread, it will do it every single time. So be real careful when you put this in. If you get halfway up and it starts getting hard to turn, stop, back off, start over. Okay. The flat side, flat goes in as your idle. I'm just going to put it in here loose. We'll adjust it on the bike. And here it is, pilot air adjuster goes in horizontal, like so. I don't like that one. all the way in and then out 1.5 turns. That's your starting point. Okay? This is your gasket for here. If you want to put just a tad bit of grease on it to hold it in place, that doesn't hurt anything at all. Nothing worse than putting carbs on the bike and then looking down on the ground and seeing this O-ring laying down there. It's happened. Never to me, of course. Don't I wish? That wouldn't go there. Trying to decide what model is that for and what's it for. Oh, here it is. Thank you very much. Boy, I knew it had a job. All right. Let's do this one. By the way, a few minutes ago, I squirted carb cleaner through all the jet holes one more time. So they're all clean. Float height is just fine. Come on, Frank, get it in there. I love these screwdrivers. This knurled area here makes them so easy to work with. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've got a power screwdriver right over there, right there. But this is just as easy. So the question is, why they give you 2 extra gas needles? Okay. No, they're not extra. Those are the 2 new ones. All right, now that there is funny. They were on there and I used them. Oh well. What am I doing? I really like the drain plugs that are hex head, so you can put them on with a wrench. That's really nice. The hex heads. Putting the pilot air adjuster in, that goes in horizontal or straight in. All the way down. 1, 1/2, 1.5 out. That's your starting point. The idle jet, well, excuse me, the idle speed adjuster goes in here. I'm just going to run it down until it's roughly flush. That's a good starting point. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I can do this, and I'm going to, but I am going to take the bowls off and use the new needles. We got them. Might as well use them. And in the background is the wonderful music of gas-powered leaf blowers. Bane of my existence. I think they should put a bounty on those things. Okay, so these guys are ready to go back on the bike. This is this this is the fun part, where you put them on the wrong side, and you realize all of a sudden, hey, gee willikers, the tickler's on the wrong side. Been there, done that. So let's not do that today. I'm going to stop this video and do another one as I put the carbs onto the bike.